The Bruins turn over their game against the Utah Hockey Club as the truth has been revealed as to why this game was such a loss. Jim Montgomery has spoken over this, and we have a clip of him really showing out that this team is not playing well. We're going to be talking about that, as well as a player who is on his way to stardom and shocking every Boston Bruins fan who's been watching these games. We're going to be talking about all of this news here in this video. Before we do, however, we know 70% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. You're looking spot to get all your Boston Bruins news. You're in the right spot. Hit the sub button. Join us here on the channel as we cover everything Boston Bruins related. Without any further ado, though, we need to get into the first topic, which is, as you can see, quite a few turnovers in this game. And that was really the storyline of this game. There was not one moment in this game where we saw a turnover that didn't have an immediate impact on this game. One notable one that we'll get into in a minute, and I will show a video clip for, is Brad Marchand's turnover on the blue line that ultimately led to a goal, called back for offside. But once again, if that had gone in, if that goal had counted, if that was not offside, that would have ended the game right there. That would have sealed the deal, knowing that the Bruins had only scored one goal, which we will get into a bit later. If that's a hint for a later topic. But I'm going to pull up our first screenshot here, which is, I'll save this for later, actually. Let's pull up this one here. The box score, team stats, whatever you want to call it. Not too much box score, but if you look at the bottom, the giveaways, 22-17. Now, a lot of people are going to say that those are very close. Yeah, Utah also had quite a few turnovers, quite a few impactful turnovers, but just about every one of the Bruins' turnovers came in a position where they needed to contain this puck. They needed to have this puck. It was ultimately a horrible turnover that created opportunities for Utah. And that's a trending issue that we have seen throughout the Bruins this season, throughout the few games that we've seen them play. And if this does continue, the Bruins could be in serious trouble because we know Jeremy Swayman is a very solid goalie. That is not surprising anybody. However, you can't expect a goalie to come up and stay solid off every single turnover, hold you in this game, and not hold yourself reliable for a turnover that may occur and go the other way. And that's a really, really big thing that the Bruins are going to need to fix. And speaking of that whole turnover thing, Jim Montgomery and the Brad Marchand one on the blue line, for those who know hockey, for those who've watched the game, even those who didn't watch the game and probably don't know too much about hockey, you still know that this turnover was horrible. Made a move with two guys on at the blue line, ultimately led to that turnover, and that was when we seen Jim Montgomery, frankly, lose it. And Jim Montgomery is not happy. Repeatedly going over to Brad Marchand, really just kind of giving it to him, and frankly, that is the absolutely right thing to do. This was a horrible turnover. You cannot, and I repeat, cannot go anywhere near the blue line and make a move and ultimately didn't have turnover. Was very, very a horrible play. You know, there was no giving any credence to that, not saying that, you know, you could get away with that, whatnot. This was an absolutely terrible play and exactly what Jim Montgomery needed to do in this situation. And I'm very happy that he did that. Even though it's Brad Marchand, our captain, you still have to acknowledge when someone makes mistakes, and you can't let your captain kind of walk away and think he can do everything. That sets a good example for the rest of the team. The captain taking it. Brad Marchand knew that he messed up. He wasn't fighting back. He was like, yes, I know. And I think that's exactly what needed to happen in that situation from both parties. But once again, even moving on to it, we have this tweet from Jack Edwards Burner, not actually Jack Edwards, but would be pretty funny if it was. Kind of just saying that this team is basically Jeremy Swayman and a fourth line. A lot of that being from turnovers. You know, the fourth line's been very solid in that. Swayman, obviously, he's not going to cause a turnover, but realistically, this is what we're looking at in these few games that we have seen play. And heading back to this screenshot here for the whole outcome of players, what they played like, you see, once again, Cole Koepke on top, which I will get into a bit later, but Brad Marchand with the assist on that goal, so putting him up there a bit more. And the rest of the team just kind of being a bit solid, but you want to see more. There was not enough shots in this game from the Bruins. Utah have really just kind of outplayed on the shot front the Boston Bruins and didn't allow any opportunity for any failure for the Bruins. The Bruins needed to be perfect in this game. We know Utah, new club, new city, new team, sort of. They have no worries anymore. You know, they're not in that whole kind of dark rain cloud that you can call Arizona. They've been playing very, very well since moving out. Now they're kind of carefree and can kind of just play their own game. So this is not the Arizona Coyotes anymore. This is the new Utah hockey team. Although it may be the same team with a few new additions, some few very good additions, this team is still playing carefree right now, knowing that they're having the times of their lives. So you really cannot afford to make a mistake against this team, and that's going to have to change for the Boston Bruins. Jim Montgomery coming out, and we do have a quote here from him on this one, saying, "We're pretty much turning the puck over too much. Jeremy Sweeney was our best player tonight." And once again, another just prime example of someone saying that too many turnovers. The goalie is the best player tonight. The fourth line obviously still playing good, but you have to give Swayman his credit when he's playing good. He was playing very, very good in that game. Now, we have to move on to what I mentioned that a lot of people are being very surprised by, and nobody expected this. I think that's the best way to put it. Cole Koepke. Cole Koepke scores again in this game, really just going out of his way to get a goal just about every game. I believe it is every game, and he continues to stay red hot. Looking at the box score here, as you can see, that assist by Marchand, but the goal from Cole Koepke, 5 shots in this game, the most out of any forward. Pavel Zacha the closest at 4, and still only 12 minutes time on ice for Cole Koepke in this game, which frankly, in my opinion, and I'm sure many other people are going to feel the same way, we need to up this ice time from not just him, but the fourth line as well. Although Mark Kastelik didn't have the best game here tonight, this whole line is working to be able to do this, and I'm very happy, very pleased to see how Cole Koepke is playing. He's really just kind of exceeding all expectations, of course, from what we've seen from his NHL career, the slim margin of his NHL career so far with Tampa Bay, and now going back into this whole new revamped career that we're seeing with the Boston Bruins. It's very exciting to see a player really start to break out and really on his way, and really all signs are pointing to him becoming a future star if things do continue to play in his favor. He's been playing very well, as I mentioned, and I'm expecting him to continue this and not slow down anytime soon, especially with more ice time on the horizon. I think that Jim Montgomery is really soon going to acknowledge that this probably could become a third line, just kind of swapping the lines, although you might not overly want to do that, especially with Matt Poitras on that line. Something has to be done where you move Cole Koepke up and give him that opportunity, whether it is move him up to, some other more important roles, power play, penalty kill, whatnot. Although he is a sniper, I think that he could really strive in any role that you put him in the Boston Bruins system. It just seems to work out so well for him. And moving on to the next screenshot here, as you can see, he's also leading the team in points, which I'm sure everybody expected watching this, over David Pastrnak, Elias Lindholm, Brad Marchand, all of our superstars on this team. Cole Koepke with a +10. Cole Koepke is leading this team in points, second in goals, I believe tied for first in assists. I don't have the rest of the lineup here. I just wanted to pull up the top 5 because I'm assuming we all expected this. But no, in all seriousness, very happy that we're seeing him do this. Very happy that he can contribute this much and really kind of lead this team in a way. We've seen him be the one who's going out, getting these goals, breaking the ice, scoring the first goal of the game, last game, this game, the first goal scorer. For those who bet on it, congratulations. I know I did on the first one, and I had a nice payday, but this is something that I want to see continue. It's something that nobody expected, but it's such a nice thing to see that you're seeing this come out. You're seeing him, just play his game, play well, really have that opportunity that the 2018 6th-round pick really didn't have with Tampa, knowing how good that team it was. And now we're seeing him in his wheelhouse and really just playing his own game. And looking at Cole Koepke's stats, as you can see from his career, 9 games with Tampa Bay last season, 2 assists, 17 in 22-23, 1 goal. That was it. But now looking at this Boston Bruins team this season, 6 games played, 6 points, 3 goals, 3 assists, and a +10. We're on to something special here, and I'm very excited to see how this does continue. So let me know what you think about Cole Koepke. I want to know, do you think, especially with this game, most recent game against Utah, he moves up to maybe a line 2 even, a line 3? Or do you think he stays on line 4, kind of keep him where he's comfortable for now and then see down the road? Let me know what you think. A lot of changes the Bruins are looking to make, but I think we're still very early on the season. We have a lot of stuff to work on, and I'm excited to see where this does go, even though the turnovers are one thing that needs to be fixed. So, like I said, let me know what you think about Cole Koepke here and where he's going to move next appearance maybe. But that's all I got in this video. If you did enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day, and see you later.